The richest medal haul by India's table tennis contingent in the history of Commonwealth Games came in 2018 in Gold Coast. India's athlete of 2018 was a paddler, that too a female paddler. Come 2022 in Birmingham, Indian table tennis contingent is nowhere close to repeating its glorious feat 4 years ago. I, Amol Karhadkar, am going to give you a lowdown on what to expect from India's table tennis contingent in Birmingham. In 2018, India's contingent won 8 medals in all, including 3 gold medals. It topped the table tennis medal tally, displacing Singapore, the dominant table tennis nation in the Commonwealth family, to actually surprise not even the rest of the table tennis world or rest of India's sporting fraternity, but to be honest, even themselves. All the Indian paddlers were happily surprised to have achieved what they did 4 years ago. In men's team, 4 members of India's squad are the same as they were in Gold Coast. And I personally feel, despite India's men's table tennis stars trying to play down their expectations due to all the disruptions leading up to the Commonwealth Games in terms of administration and all the other surrounding issues, I personally feel that this is India's best chance of actually having another men's team gold medal. And I would not be surprised that both Sharath-Kamal and G-Sathiyan land up on the podium in singles as well. As for the doubles, they are clearly set to be on the podium, but you never know, because in doubles, unlike a sport like tennis, table tennis doesn't have an organized international circuit. Okay, so a lot depends on performing that day, especially, and how you gel as a pair. So I would still give Satyan and Sharath a chance to be on the podium, not necessarily a gold medal though. But like I said, India's biggest chance of a gold medal in Birmingham for me is in men's team. You might say that how can India displace their good old nemesis Nigeria, the young bunch from Singapore, and England with Liam Pitchford and Sam Walker as their flag bearers. My simple point is, India actually for the last 4 to 5 years have had the best team as such, with Sharath and Satyan leading the flag. They can actually play around with the draw with 2 strong singles, the main players as such, and the 5th single, that is the 3rd single in the team championship, be it Harmeet Desai or Sunil Shetty. Both of them are seasoned pros, so I think if required they can pull off a surprise for the 3rd single. So that's why I feel that despite Aruna Kadari's Nigeria and Pitchford's England, India has a decent chance to actually pull off a gold. Sharath Kamal may have said otherwise in an interview to Sportstar, which I'm sure you would have seen by now, but I would pin my hopes of a gold from India's men's team. In singles, like I said, Satyan would be keen to actually overcome his disappointment in Gold Coast. He was one of the favorites for a medal, and somehow he just buckled under pressure against England's Sam Walker in the quarterfinal. And he is actually more desperate than you and I to rectify the mistake and have a singles medal, something that he still doesn't have in Commonwealth Games. Okay. The other pair in men's doubles, Harmeet and Sunil, they have pulled off a few surprises on the international circuit or in Commonwealth Championships earlier. But if they can actually end up being on the podium, it will be something like an icing on the cake. Let's move on to the women's setup now. Yes, Manika Batra was India's golden girl in Gold Coast. To even her surprise, she actually defeated Singapore's Fong Tianwen not once, twice, en route to gold medals. India's women's first ever gold medal in team championship, and Manika Batra became the individual singles champion also in women's singles. Can she repeat the feat? Fong Tianwen is no longer in world top 8, but she is back to lead Singapore's charge. Mind you, Singapore in table tennis in Commonwealth Games, ever since table tennis inception in 2002 in Manchester, are the dominant force, and they are desperate to rectify or to set the record straight from what happened in Gold Coast. Not just in women's singles, even overall. For the first time, Singapore finished second in table tennis medals tally. Okay, that's a big setback, and Fong Tianwen towards in the latter half of her career now is desperate to actually avenge what happened in Gold Coast. That's Manika Batra's biggest challenge. She has had a lot of ups and downs in since 2018. She has had multiple changes in her coach, but her skill sets haven't seemed to gone down. Can she actually justify a favorite stag? Will be the key to her success. Besides, obviously, overcoming the favorite opponents from Singapore, especially. Yes, Manika obviously holds the key, especially in women's singles team championship, because mind you, besides Manika, all the other three paddlers in women's team are going to make their debut at Commonwealth Games. Yeah. Shrija Akula, who has a similar style of soft pimpled rubber like Manika, Reet Risha, and Diya Chitare, the promising teenager from Mumbai, will make up the squad, but with all the controversies surrounding to women's team selection, leading to Manika being deprived of her preferred doubles partner Archana Kamath, it will be interesting to see whether the women's squad actually gels together. Okay, there appear to be a little bit of fissures between the girls. If they can actually leave it aside and actually deliver as a team, India's women's team might end up being on the podium. Okay, let's not forget, repeating the gold in Gold Coast is on nobody's mind right now. That's how practical we should be. In women's doubles, Manika will be pairing with Diya Chitare. They have never ever played together leading into the games, not even in a practice session. Diya Chitare admitted to us in an interview very recently. And since Manika wasn't a part of the team's preparatory camp in Porto, both the girls will have to start training together when they reach Birmingham. So it will be interesting to see whether actually they can deliver as a team. More than that, Shrija Akula and Reet Risha also are not regular doubles partners. So I think, to be fair, we should not expect a medal from women's doubles, unless of course Manika, who is ranked among top 8 doubles players in the world right now, leads the charge yet again with a youngster like Diya along with her. Let's talk about the mixed doubles setup now. In 2018 in Gold Coast, Manika Batra and G. were together. Incidentally, they defeated Sharath Kamal and Mohammad Das, the grand old lady of Indian table tennis, who actually made her last Commonwealth Games appearance then, in the bronze medal playoff. Very soon after that, Manika and Sharath got together as a pair and won India's historic mixed doubles bronze medal at Asian Games later that year. Cut to 2022, Manika has again switched her allegiance with G. Sathiyan on the table, and the duo will be hoping to actually pull off India's mixed doubles first gold medal. But it's not going to be very easy. Singapore Fong Tianwen's pair is going to be the key, and also don't forget Lam Pitchford, and if he pairs with Ho Tin Tin, it's going to be a dangerous combination. Okay, so they would be expecting a gold medal. In fact, as much as the men's team, if there is to be another gold medal, it might come from mixed doubles. But eventually, what happens, we'll have to wait and see. And by the way, you have seen Indian table tennis stealing headlines with all sorts of controversies surrounding selection, and which led to a court case and then change in women's team setup with Diya Chitare replacing Archana Kamath. You may feel that the whole Indian table tennis setup is in disarray. We should not expect much from them. Mind you, even in 2018, they entered the Commonwealth Games on the back of a controversy. Back then, Saumajit Ghosh was facing allegations on the personal front, so he had to be replaced at the 11th hour with Sunil Shetty. What did the contingent achieve in Gold Coast? We already know. Can they repeat the same thing on the back of yet another controversial build-up? Let's wait and watch. But you keep watching Sportstar and keep following us on all our social media platforms. Thank you.